Brought to you by our exclusive fabric partners. Be sure to look for their newest lines of fabric.
Hi, welcome to Quilt Makers Block Network. I'm Carolyn Beam with Quilt Maker Magazine. Today I'm going to show you how to make posies, block number 743. This was designed by Linda Howell for Quilt Makers 100 Blocks Volume 8. This is an interesting block because it has a background that's quilted before it's appliqued. To make this block, you need a fabric for the background, 4 fabrics for the flowers, and I have green for the leaves and stem, 2 purples and yellow for the flowers, and a fabric for the frame. You can find the cutting dimensions on the right side of your screen. If you'd like to write these down, please pause your video now. To make the block background, you need to layer the background fabric with a piece of thin batting. Then I've marked a diagonal line from corner to corner, and you can just barely see I've used a washable marker to do that. You'll quilt with a walking foot, quilt the diagonal line, and then what I've done is just use the guide on my sewing machine to quilt 1-inch lines all the way across, and then I repeated the same thing diagonally the other way. So once I had the background quilted, I marked 2 lines that were about 2 inches from the edge of the fabric, and then lines that were approximately 2.5 to 2 3/4 inches away from the edge of the fabric. And I chose 2 different decorative stitches on my sewing machine and used a little bit darker green thread to stitch some fun decorative stitching lines. Once you have that done, you can go ahead and center these designs and trim this block to 10.5 inches. This is a 10.5-inch ruler, but you can also use any size ruler and just cut 3/4 of an inch away from all sides of the block. So I'll go ahead and trim this one up. And now your block is ready to add the applique. Prepare the flower patches for fusible applique. I like to use soft fuse for my fusible web. It's very soft and pliable. So once you have your patches ready, go ahead and take the paper backing off and arrange the patches on your background. Once you've got them arranged, go ahead and press the patches to fuse them in place. There. Now it's ready to fuse in place. Once your patches are fused, you can go ahead and stitch around the edges with a machine blanket stitch. And you can notice on the flowers that I used a variegated thread. I thought that might look nice. You can see just a little bit of blue in the fabric here, and this thread has some blue and pink and purple, just for a nice little decorative touch. Once you've got all the patches machine blanket stitched down, you can go ahead and add the side border strips and the top and bottom strips. And then sew a couple buttons to the center. Notice I've got 2 layered here on this flower, and that completes your block. Let's look at a quilt layout using this block. In this setting, the block is set in an Irish chain setting, allowing the main focus to remain on the applique blocks. You can find posies and 99 other creative blocks in Quilt Makers 100 Blocks Volume 8. Thanks for joining us today on Quilt Makers Block Network. Hope to see you next time. You can find posies and 99 other creative blocks. Now they're brocks. Brocks like... I haven't had breakfast yet, can you tell?